Hi, this is Alcan. Welcome back to my channel. Um, Question: those people who ride the Franklin Ave shuttle. Um, had you noticed anything strange about your line? I know you're thinking, well, two-car train as one track between Franklin and Park Place and small platforms. It's at Franklin Avenue and Prospect Park. Well, I know you could say, why do you think it's strange? Well, you know that for a long time, since the 70s, they've been trying to get rid of the Franklin Ave shuttle, but the community prevented the transit and its former arm of New York City Transit Authority from getting rid of the line. They succeeded in getting rid of Dean Street, but when they converted this thing for the outdoor operation, they had plans when they rebuilt it to build this thing specifically for the outdoor operation. One person train operation, just the motorman, no conductor, open and closing doors, making announcements, just all motorman. Well, for those who don't understand what I'm trying to get to, uh, the two-car trains, 75 feet each, is 150 feet, and the platforms between between Franklin and Prospect Park, which used to be able to operate a 6 to 8 car train, now it's been reduced to this two-car train. The problem with all this is this, because it was built for OPTO standards. If the community around the Franklin Ave shuttle were to explode like the airline did, you're going to have some problems. Number one, you can't expand the length of the train. Yeah, I mean it's two single car units, 75 feet, 150 feet. The problem is those 3 stations that I mentioned in between that used to be able to operate a 6 to 8 car train has been reduced to fit those 2 cars only. In other words, if your platform's a little over 150 feet, a 4 car 160, 143, or 179 cannot fit in the station because there are about 240 feet. That's a 90 feet gap. In other words, a car and some change will be out of the station. And of course, you're saying, well, what's the big deal? Well, the problem is you're stuck with the equipment because, you know, they're trying to make this system CBTC, and whatever uh, upgrade to prove the single system, the problem is you're not going to benefit from it because the 2 car train is not going to be CBTC compliance. In other words, you're stuck with this train. And what happens when day comes, they have to eliminate the remaining 75 footers off the system? Well, that's a dilemma. That means those 3 station platforms that were reduced to 150 feet, you're going to have to rebuild the station to accommodate the longer train. That's going to cost you money in the long run. I know. How did this happen? Well, it's an interesting story. Apparently, when they decided to do this, they were thinking about OPTO, and they were not thinking about the future. So what happened? By the time they shut down the Franklin shuttle and started the construction to the finishing, reopening the line, the 75-footer train was no longer being ordered. So now all the trains are coming in, starting with the 143s, then the 160s, and now the 179s, all 60 feet, 2.5 inches. The problem is, the rule for opto is the maximum length is 300 feet. Anything an inch above that, you can't operate opto, you have to put a conductor on. So a 4-car train is 240 feet, right? So 2, 6, 12, 18, 24. It could operate with the opto range, but because of the length of the platform, you can't squeeze a train in. Oops. Maybe, but even a 3-car 60-footer is still 180 feet. That's 30 feet over. So either they're going to have to find a way to build a 2-car 60-footer train, which, by the way, will be making it 120 feet. So you're losing 30 feet of train. Isn't the transit authority so wonderful when they do these stupid things? Yeah, you're screwed either way. Because either way, you're going to end up paying for either expanding the platform or getting squeezed in a smaller train. Because that's the only way you're going to have the CBTC. And of course, if the community explodes in population, you can't be single tracking between Park Place and Franklin Ave. You need both tracks. That was another act of stupidity. But yeah, they got rid of Dean Street, but they also got rid of the extra track. If you have delays, you're stuck. Because you can't run around the train on a single track. So, this is why opto is not the greatest thing they claimed when 1986 they claimed, oh, this is a great way to save money and use it to reinvest other places. Oh yeah, they reinvest, but their reinvestment may not be as great as they claim to be. This is how ridiculous this authority has become. By the way, I still have one of these things left. There you are, Franklin Ave shuttle. By the way, you're next to the West End shuttle. Now you're saying, what happened to that line? It flopped. That's why you don't see it no more. Taken over by the D, and the opto was killed. I think all opto should be killed off, because it's not really saving you no money at all. It might be putting money in a management's pocket, but it's not putting it in your pocket. So this is Alcan saying so long for now. Don't forget to stop. And maybe you should tell the mayors and the city council and the state payroll, is this opto thing is really worth it? Maybe you should get rid of it. All right, bye.